If you've ever felt overwhelmed by traditional monthly planners, you are not alone. That's exactly why I created a different type of planner, something that is faith-centered, mom-focused, and rooted in real rhythms. Let me walk you through it. Welcome back, friends. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. I am a homeschooling mama to 4 kiddos, a former military wife, and someone who has walked through deep anxiety and burnout. I know what it feels like firsthand to try and hold everything together, which is exactly why I created this planner to help me focus on what truly matters and not fall into the trap of feeling like I need to do more than what I was called to. This planner is different. It's not about perfection, it's about peace. So I'm gonna walk you through the layout and share my heart behind the choices that I made, especially the 4-week layout, which has been a little bit of a shift for some people, but I promise you there is so much intentionality between every little detail in this planner. The planner itself is very sturdy, hardcover. It is spiral bound. It has the gold coil. It has gold lettering, as well as this beautiful leatherette texture. I like to keep my planners from year to year because I like to add pictures in there, and it's more of a memory keeping for me. So I wanted to make something that would last so that it can be passed down, and you can really tell that in the quality. This is not just for record keeping. It's not just a planner that I'm going to use for a few months and then toss. It's something that I'm going to want to save and maybe even pass down to my kids so that they can have those memories when they are adults. Once we open up our planner, it starts off with our vision board. This is to help you to just set the tone for your year. Let me give you guys a look at what my vision board looks like that I made for us this year. I kind of just took pictures of memories that I want us to recreate and focus on this year. I really want to be intentional on spending quality time with my family, being outdoors more, reading lots and lots of books, perfectly imperfect, just trusting the process. It's all about progress and not perfection this year. So that is what I have in my vision board. So that gives you guys an idea of how you can use this page. Then we move into our yearly overview and goal setting. These first pages are about grounding your year in truth and clarity. So the first thing you'll do is you'll focus on 4 goals. There's the first one is your faith. How do you want to grow in your relationship with God this year? Motherhood. What habits, values, or rhythms will you prioritize in your homeschool and home life? Wellness. How will you care for your physical, emotional, and mental health this year? And then your last one is your homeschool vision. What do you want your children to achieve this year academically, socially, and spiritually? Then you have your focus word for the year. So my focus word for this year is gratitude. I am trying to be more intentional on just appreciating where we are this moment in time. It can be a little bit of a challenge for me, so I know that that is something that I want to really just hone into and focus on. So that is my focus word for this year. So before I jump into curriculum or anything academically, I want to start my year with prayer. This helps me to stay rooted, and it's honestly something that I come back to often when I'm feeling scattered or I need to refocus myself. Then we have our year at a glance. Again, this is an undated planner. I wanted to focus on simplicity over adding a ton of things that can get easily overwhelmed or overlooked. So I kept it to 1 year at a glance. This is how I have mine laid out for now. We usually start our year in July. So I already have my monthly stickers put in here. We are using Amplify Online this year. So I will go in here and roughly put in when we're going to be starting and finishing certain terms. And I also like to include any breaks that I know we're going to be taking and some birthdays. So I don't like to overwhelm myself by adding too much in there. I like to keep it to the basic and the things that are 100% set in stone. So that's a little look at how you can lay yours out. I did include a blank page in here for you to fill out as you see fit. I do not have a curriculum tracker in here. Again, I wanted to focus on simplicity, but if that is something that you need, you can include that in this blank sheet here. And it is blank on both sides, so you can, again, fill this out as you see fit. I did include an attendance tracker here I am in Pennsylvania, so we do need to track our 180 days. So I have our attendance tracker, and this is one of my favorite parts in our planner, and it is our reading log. I love to be able to have all of our books in one place because it does help me to feel like we are getting something done, especially on the days where you feel like nothing got done. I'm able to look at our reading log and see all the wonderful, amazing books that we got to go through during that homeschool year. I included 4 pages for the reading log. Here in Pennsylvania, we are required to log in any of the books that your kids are reading. So you can either split it up by page, or you can do how I like to do it, which I just include all of our books in one. I just put them all together, and then I will just color coordinate who read what and put their name in the comment section. So that works well for me, but again, you can use it as you feel fit. There is 4 sheets for the reading log. Each month starts with a 2-page undated calendar. That means freedom. You get to start when you're ready, you take breaks when you need to, and you're never behind. Then I'm going to give you guys a look at our monthly overview. Our monthly overview helps to refocus each month with your personal and your homeschool goals. I included a prayer request box and a gratitude box because gratitude and faith help shift your whole mindset. So I knew that I wanted to include that in here. And also every single month starts with a Bible verse at the bottom. There's a different verse for each month. These are verses that have helped me personally during very rough seasons. So there is intentionality with every single Bible verse that is in here. And I pray that these verses help you just as they helped me when I was going through those seasons. So when you read these, just know that they carry a lot, and I hope that, again, that they help you just as it helped me. And then we move into our brain dump page. This is your mental release valve. Get all of it out and breathe. Again, we are using Amplify Online. So really quickly, I'm going to show you guys how I use this brain dump section with us planning our lessons for the week. So I like to use our brain dump page to help me be able to see all the readings that my kids need to do for that month. This is my pre-reading checklist for myself. Basically, I write down every single thing that they have that's required for them for their readings, and then up at the top is where I do all of our family subjects. So I have our geography up there, our Shakespeare that we're doing, and basically anything else that pops into my mind that I know that I want us to be able to tackle during that month goes in our brain dump section. Every month includes 4 full weeks of planning, and you have your personal hourly planner as well as your homeschool weekly lesson plan page. So I wanted something that was an all-in-one. I got tired of having to carry around multiple planners, one for my kids' lessons and one for my personal life. So I wanted to mash the 2 together, and this is what I ended up with. So for your hourly planning page, you start off at 6 a.m. and ends at 9 a.m. You've got space for your verse of the week, top priorities, your to-do list, space for your habit tracker, meal planning, and then your grocery list to go along with your meal planning, as well as a section here for God's presence this week. I love being able to just reflect and see where I saw God showing up for us that week. And then you move into your actual lesson planning. I kept it very simple. It's not overwhelming. It's straight to the point. You have space to either put your week down this way or up at the top. I do get asked if this planner can be used for multiple children, and the answer is absolutely. I am currently homeschooling I'm homeschooling 3 of my 4 children, and I am able to include all of their lessons right into our lesson plan. What I do is I color coordinate what it is that they are working on. So I put all of their history requirements in the history box, and then I'll have for my older son, his is in blue, my little guy is in green, and then my daughter is in pink. So as you can see, everything fits in one spot, and I also have space for me to put in any notes. I have our loop subjects here in one spot, and I also like to put down our recitation or any other notes. For example, if I need some reminders of things I need to print out that week, I'll also include that here in my note section. And this is the same layout for every week. Again, there are 4 weeks per month, and then it starts all over again with your undated monthly calendar and moves into your monthly overview. And in the back, I included a notes page here for you to jot down any important things, as well as a pocket folder with 2 pockets, one in the front and one in the back for you. Now let's talk about the 4-week layout. I know that this has been a little bit of a shift for some of you, and honestly, I even questioned it too when I was coming up with the design. But here's the reason why I believe that this is one of the best parts of the planner. A 4-week rhythm reflects the way that God designed us to live. He gave us 6 days to work and 1 day to rest. Over and over in scripture, we see patterns of intentional work followed by intentional pause. This planner honors that by giving you that margin every month to reflect and pause. That 5th week that you see in some moms, that becomes your grace week. Use it to catch up, to rest, reflect, or even just breathe. Moms don't get handed margins. We have to create it on purpose. And this layout gives you permission to do just that. It also fits beautifully with homeschool life. Most curriculums follow 4-week blocks or 6-week terms. So instead of trying to fit your life into a rigid calendar, this planner follows your natural rhythm. It's not about doing more, it's about living with more intention, more peace, more presence. I truly believe that planning doesn't have to be something stressful. It can actually be a way to slow down, tune into the Holy Spirit, and stay present in this calling of motherhood. If this video encouraged you or gave you some ideas on how to plan with purpose, I'd love for you to hit the like and subscribe button. I got more videos coming around planning, homeschooling, faith, and all things motherhood. And if you'd like to get your own copy of our Rooted and Thriving Homeschool Planner, the link is in the description. I'd love to hear how you use it and how you make it your own. Let's chat in the comments. How do you make space for rest in your week? And what season of planning are you currently in right now? I'd love to connect with you, encourage you, or just answer any questions that you may have. Let me know below in the comments. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you're able to gain something from it. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye, everyone.